I gotta fix my tie first, right? Mashiach, who, me? Okay. I have now actually had the complaint against me that I feared. I mean, in a silly way to me. It was silly. That someone says that because I'm making myself, I try to make myself like superhero-like in that picture. Because I have a message, okay? I'm not just, good morning. I have a message. I'm not just here to make myself look like a superhero, okay? There's a reason why. But no one gets it yet. Or at least some people don't get it. Because, wait, I knew that would happen. Pardon me. I tried to plug it in and balance it, which is impossible. So that was ridiculous also. So Mashiach because it's a ridiculous idea, okay? To think, firstly, the person who said this to me, okay? I tell him, I'm a Levi. I can't be Mashiach. Even if I was so stupid to think that I could be Mashiach, okay? I couldn't tell Pi Halacha. So I think that's cute. Okay, I just have some words I want to share with you. Because I think these images will resonate. If I don't knock the camera over again, they'll resonate and shed light on this topic. But it's just a lead up to a Torah that I wanted to teach you today. I found incredible sources. I had to look back to an email I wrote in 2014 to find the source because I don't know, I'm not a Bucky and all the things. So, but I found it. Okay, so I want to learn that with you because it will blow your mind. But Mashiach, who is Mashiach? It's the Rebbe. Okay, how? I don't know. I'll leave that to the metaphysicians out there. Anyone is there a doctor in the house? Hello. So Mashiach, who, it's like it's laughable and a joke. I'm trying, but look what the Rebbe says, who, okay? Then you'll wonder. Look at the Rebbe. I'm saying it's a joke when you think about from my perspective. That would be a joke, but look what the Rebbe says. So you have to interpret it. You have to understand it. You have to understand that everyone is going to be a Mashiach of his world. You have to understand that, or you're missing the whole point. I have a proof now of the greatest thing that I wanted to have a proof for. And it's under my nose the whole time. I translated the Sikha. I posted it, right? It says this will start in an individual process. I have a source. You don't like it? Make up your own religion. It's going to be in each person individually first. Okay, I'm going to get to that. But first, I have to dazzle you with some lovely poetry. But you have to get into a state of mind, okay? Words are images. You paint with words. You have to allow yourself to be abstract and relax for a minute if you're going to hear this. Or you won't be able to appreciate. I can't appreciate poetry. I don't want to listen to anyone's poetry. I don't read poetry. I don't. But if someone sends me a really good poem and it gets my attention, it will blow me away. Like William Blake's thing about, okay, and then I posted the Radiohead lyrics to someone telling me, I don't know exactly what his point was, but he did draw it to my attention, like, what are you doing? Why did you post Radiohead lyrics? And this answer is so simple. Because that, at least at one point in my life, was my language. So now I have to apply it to serve Hashem. It's not my fault. For whatever reason, we have experiences, and we use those experiences to make our connection to Hashem real. That is called our language, our mindset. Our language and our mindset are one. Mindset is more the way you arrange your language. That's really what it is. So if you're going to listen to words of poetry, sit back, have a sip of water, enjoy the fact we're not fasting today, right? Okay, is everyone calm now? Do I have to take you through a meditation before the meditation? Fair stallions ride the wave. Okay, I wanted to actually have the image of a fair where there's stallions there at the fair. And then I wanted the message to be ride the wave. So you can imagine these stallions on the white water. But you gotta ride the wave. I would love to be a surfer. Okay, I'm a bit of a windsurfer, but I'm never a surfer. But I love the image of surfing. I mean, I don't understand. There's a surfer rabbi. Someone was telling me about him once. I never listened to him. I don't listen to anybody. Well, I listen to Rabbi Jacobson and Paul Thiel and Rabbi Wagner. There's a few people I listen to. I don't read poetry or anything like that. I write it. Okay? Check this out. Escort of lions. The way she walks. Matronisa. Okay? How would you walk if you walked with the Shekhinah? Imagine if you were escorted by lions. I want to tell you a dream I had. Good morning. I want to tell you a dream I had. This was my first dream I could remember. It was terrifying me to the extent that when I woke up, I saw a hallucination. Okay, my only time in my life, besides my astral projection thing, that's a different thing. This was a real hallucination. First and only time in my life, and I was a hippie. Okay, I had whatever, but that was like whatever. I mean, a real hallucination as a kid. One time I saw my son had a fever. He was talking gibberish. It was so scary. So my first dream that I can remember that terrified me so much that I had a hallucination that scared me so much that I ran into my parents' bed for the first and only time I think that I can remember. I dreamt I woke up, I was at a library. I came out of the library. I was alone, interestingly, but I wasn't like afraid or anything. And there's all these garbage cans. They're lined up, I guess, in an alley towards whatever, the parking lot. And there was like Oscar the Grouch, but real lions inside those cans. And it terrified me. And I woke up and I saw a garbage can with a lion in it. And I just ran to my parents' room. Okay, that's just an image that really affected me. It's terrified me. But imagine if those lions were your escort. Look at a video. I posted a video of a lion that got like 2 million, 3 million hits because it's an image that really resonates with people. Pardon me. It's lions are the most majestic expression in this world that we see, except the Rebbe. So imagine if you walked with the Shekhinah, how would you walk? You would walk like you walked with an escort of lions. Because the only one worthy of the Shekhinah is who? Who gets the Shekhinah? Kadosh Baruch Hu Shekinte. It's everything. That is everything right there. So if you actually walked with Hashem, that's what you would walk with. That's the person who feels he has faith and confidence in his integrity and purity to God. That's the way he walks. That's Malchus. Okay, that's what Malchus is. Kabbalah's El, that's the way it's manifest. Okay, so I wrote a poem about that. Okay, this is the next one. Camelback, a smile beneath her veil. So my most romantic moment in the Torah, I think, for me, because I'm not an expert in Shir Shirim yet, but it's one of my goals in life. Okay, so from a Chumash, it has a source for like maybe the Shir Shirim, the whole idea stemmed from that moment when Rivka hang drops from the camel and veils herself before Yitzchak, who's davening at the time, facing her. That image is so powerful. It would make me roll in ecstasy if I allowed it to. So you gotta ride the wave, right? Like a stallion, ride the wave. Okay, that's how exciting life is now. Okay, if you're living life the way you should, that's the way you should have. This fear of being in Vegas and chas v'shalom breaking your face on the pavement. That's what Mashiach is, and I'm going to prove it to you. Okay, I'm going to prove it to you. I hope I can get through sources because I'm trying to use my new iPad to actually look up sources on the fly, which I don't know. I see all this junk on my page that it can't be my page. I can't seem to get it. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I got it. Sometimes things work for you. Okay, so I got all kinds of sources. Oh, I got this beautiful thing in the spark of Mashiach. That's what I want to talk about. Who are you? Who are you? Are you Mashiach? Let's see what the Rebbe says. The question is this. Since, okay, this is, okay, look it up. I post the sources. Just look it up. Leave me alone. The question is this. Since Nistaimu Ma'isenu V'Avosenu Kol Zman Meshech HaGolus, we've completed everything we have to do throughout our exile, our horrible, brutal, suffering, horrible, gut-wrenching exile. Okay? Because it's not just about you. There's people who suffer. Okay? That's the Holocaust. There are people today that are going through Holocaust. Okay? It's not just one time. Don't think that, I can't think about a time of history. It goes on today. Look at your brothers who suffer, okay? That's a Holocaust. It's just not expressed from external evil like the Holocaust was, but it's suffering in the world. That's the Holocaust. Okay? I don't like talking about Holocaust. The question is, since everything's finished in exile, Mahi Aderech Yeshara, what is the straight path? Hakala, the most path of least resistance. Vamahira, in the fastest way, Beyeser, Mevin Kol, Mebein Kol Darkei, from amongst all the paths of Torah. Okay, look what I wrote about a path. The way of the Shechina, the walk of the, what did I write? Whatever. What's the straight path? Sheyavar la ha'adam, that a person should take on. Klaus Bnei Yisrael, Jewish people. Shigmar Nyane Haveda, Kedei, to complete the aspect of Aveda that's required in order, Lifo, Hiskalus Bias Mashiach, to bring Mashiach into the world, okay? What is it? Now check out footnote 74. I posted the translation. I'm going to translate it for you on the fly. Oh, I did it? I already translated it already. I don't know. I'm used to reading other people's stuff, and I'm editing their stuff. But how do you edit your own stuff? That's maybe it will work. Okay, so the footnote 74 there, it says, I got to read the real. Umaskil bi'eskalus abias hamashiach shebachol echad v'echad Yisrael. And this begins, the blossoming of Mashiach begins where? Does it begin with someone sitting on the throne? It does not. I'm sorry. Find me a source. I'm talking about in the Rebbe's teachings. Find me a source. I could be wrong on this. I'm not in this is a work in process. But I'm taking this journey with you. Look up the sources and tell me I'm wrong. This is what the Rebbe says. In order to bring Mashiach, to make Mashiach unfold in the world, it begins with the revelation and the coming of Mashiach that exists. The coming of Mashiach. We use the word Bias Mashiach here. It is an individual process, as my friend Mordechai will tell you. It starts with the individual. Ke'edua she'apasach darakaychav miYaakov. We just learned Parshas Balak, right? That a star is going to fly up from Yaakov. Shekayo Melech Mashiach, which refers to Melech Mashiach, as it says in the Gemara Yishalmi, Tainus, right? Kai gam al kol echad ve'echad Yisrael. When the pasuk speaks about a star coming out of Yaakov, it's not only talking about Melech Mashiach. It's referring to every single Jew, and he brings another Yishalmi. Kevin sheyesh ba nitzutz menishmas Mashiach, because he has a spark of Mashiach in him. Maranaim, it's a source. I think it's a Hasidic, like a Rebbe teachings on the Chumash, I think. Okay, so fill me and help me out. Did I quote him the other day? I think. Okay. So am I Mashiach? What does the Rebbe say here? Everyone is going to have a Bias Mashiach within them. I could put that in a global Hasidic philosophy idea that there is only you and God. That is the entire universe, mutually exclusive to everyone else's reality, which is equally true and exclusive also, right? True of infinity, the weave, the symbol of infinity, that weave. Okay, think about that. So I put a whole bunch of sources about the spark of Mashiach because I was trying to understand. Okay, one of the things about a spark, I read a beautiful shot what it means, tzuri, God is my tzur. It's talking about tzurach lamish, a flintstone. God is my flintstone because I spark out of him. Can you imagine fireworks just shooting out from like the center? That's what you are, shooting out from God. So when you call him your tzur, your rock, it's not just the island that you stand on, the very ground you walk on, but it's the spark of your whole being, your personality, your thoughts. And that's why, since you are everything, just you and God, that's it. Kodesh Baruch Hu Shechinte is everything. There is nothing else. Someone wants to say I'm Mashiach. I'm trying to make myself Kiviyachal as if I mean, this is stupidity. Think about what I'm saying. I'm saying the same exists within you. You just don't like screaming out to the world like I do. So I feel that's my mission. It's not yours. It's good for you. So arrest me. I don't know. The Alter Rebbe would have gone into Kleis HaNefesh if he would contemplated the glory of his having self-sacrifice for revealing the secrets of the Torah. He was going to have dveikus and pass out on the spot. And I don't know the story about how he avoided that. But that's an incredible idea. So I think we should all be on the verge of dveikus, on the spot, like the Alter Rebbe. Because that's what awaits us. That's when you realize who you are. That you are everything. It's just you and God. Make yourself worthy of the Shekhinah. And who do you embody at that moment in a sense, in a way that's not usher, okay? You define what that is, and I agree with you. I tried to define idolatry the other day. Did I do a good enough job? Is that a good explanation? What's the core of idolatry? I think it's fascinating. So look that one up. Tell me what you think. Okay. So I have all these sources here. Should we go through those? I have them right on my sheet, okay? But Nachal up, so they quotes this verse that we say in Musaf davening. No, Psichas Aron on Yom Tov davening, when we open the Aron. We say, the Spirit of the Lord shall alight upon him, a spirit of wisdom and insight, a spirit of counsel and valor, a spirit of devotion and reverence for the Lord. Okay, and a nice flavor, biblical flavor there. And I have a source for the Malbim. Maybe we'll go for that. It's a bit long. Let's start with something easier. A Sanhedrin Mashiach. Okay, it's translated. Let's just read this. Gemara Sanhedrin. The Messiah was blessed with 6 virtues, as it was written. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. Okay, we ask God for this to be upon us. Okay, that's the fascinating thing that we say in davening. We ask that what's going to be fulfilled on Mashiach should be fulfilled upon us. Those words in that verse. Okay, what is the verse from again? Yeshayahu 11:2. Okay, I had to look it up. That's where I got these sources. Okay, it's really cool stuff. I want to go over it again. Make sure I wrap it all up nicely. Okay, it's a bit early still. Maybe we can do this properly for once. So I mean, the Alter Rebbe, think about that. Sharing the secrets of the Torah, he was going to have Kleis HaNefesh from that. Think about what that means. The greatest chus in the whole world is to try to understand the secrets of the Torah and share that with a friend. That is everything. That is Kodesh Baruch Hu Shechinte right there. And that's the Rebbe says that's the Derech HaYeshara, the straight path and the easiest path, the most genuine path, not this garbage. Okay, I'm not saying it's garbage because it's garbage. I think it's right. The line comes out from the garbage. It wasn't garbage. It was right. We were in not garbage. I don't mean it so negatively. I mean it's a very superficial aspect. If that was a focus, and Bring Mashiach was just, if it was just, I know it's not, but if it was just waving a flag and dancing, if it was just that, it's not where it was meant to go. It's meant to go much deeper. It's meant to go to the level of soul, personal. Good morning. Brachas to you, Yosef. Mashiach is personal. The verse, I think it's in Cheskel. I don't know. The Rebbe quoted. I've seen it just recently, yesterday, this morning. I think something like that. I'll look it up again. It's an amazing verse. It says, "You will be gathered one by one for the Jewish people, And it says something about, I don't know, the Forshim say that God is going to take each person by the hand individually. Brachas to you. I thought you were giving me a source from Gemara Brachas. But at Tem Talukutu, you're going to be gathered each individually by the hand. It's a personal experience. Don't believe the lie that it's not. It's you and God. It's you and your relationship to the teachings of the Rebbe or whoever else inspires you. To me, the Rebbe is everything in Torah. Everything else has meaning because of the Rebbe's Torah. That's me, okay? Because I believe the Rebbe is Mashiach. That's my opinion. It doesn't make me an apikoros. Show me where it says I'm an apikoros for that. If you have a source, I'll do tshuva. So the Messiah was blessed with 6 virtues, and this applies to every individual. Okay, that's what you have to realize, and that's what Mashiach means. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. Isaiah 11:2, and it's written, and his delight shall be the fear of the Lord. And he shall neither judge after the sight of his eyes, nor decide after the hearing of his ears. Because Mashiach is going to just know the truth, because he's going to channel godly intelligence, purely, uninhibited, but unjaded. The veil, there's a smile under the veil. That's the moment of Rivka. Also, I posted an incredible shiur of Rabbi Jacobson about romance, because that was like 2 or 3 years ago he said that. And I don't think I ever heard it before, but I've been talking like almost the same thing. I don't know if I heard that particular one before, but it's almost like I would say every single thing that he said, except he has his own style. And I was like, I can't believe this. There's things coming out in the world that if you're open-minded, this is the spirit of Mashiach. I'm telling you, I know it's true. I know it because I feel it, okay? If you feel something firsthand, you can't question it. It's experiential. You can't, I just know it. Siri woke up and was trying to, I don't know. Thank you, Siri. Maybe that's a sign that we should stop here. Get off my screen. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we try some of these difficult parts here, like these longer ones. Should we try that? One's not even showing on my screen. There's technical difficulties. So I have a Malbin. So v'nachlav, hashleim siyav gimel dvarim. The perfection will be in 3 things. When it says nachlav, it will descend upon him. Talking about Mashiach, and of course every person. Hashleimus hatluyim mitzad she yeshleima nefesh. I don't know what this Rashi Tevis is. Nefesh maskel Hashem keach chochma bina chochma mekubelas lei rabaisov babina hayitzas dvar v'davra yidei hayakshim. Okay, this is very long. Okay, we really have to meditate on that to sink our teeth into. That's like a whole philosophical thing. I'm gonna have to have time to meditate on that. No, I just quoted sources. If I had time, I would have been able to go through them better. Okay, so this person who got worried about me and my do I think I'm a Mashiach? Firstly, no, I don't, but I think I am. Yeah, because I think you are too. In that sense, yes, I do think I'm a Mashiach. I'm not ashamed to say that. I just quoted you a source, and with this philosophical underlying a foundation there that's a bit difficult to understand, very abstract. This idea that you are everything, that's very hard to fathom. I had sources for that. I can't, it's not on my fingertips right now, unfortunately. So there's a spark of Mashiach in everyone. Oh, so I wanted to reference the reason what set this off. This picture of me that I made, which is crazy. I was having fun with it though. I was having fun with these new apps that just make images that so easy, so fast, and so cool. My idea was, you gotta speak to what resonates with people, and there are some people, it might not be you, who do follow this shtus of comic superheroes. I think it's not a shtus though, in a sense, because I think it's a model of who you are inside, what you will be. If our bodies are going to outshine the sun, it's meant literally, by the way. We're going to be superheroes. You don't like that? I don't know. Follow some different rabbi weirdo. We are going to be superheroes. That is for sure. I promise you that that's true. So what's wrong with speaking to whatever resonates of that message to people that are already into that? Okay? And if they're not into that, they're into basketball. I can't talk about basketball because I don't care about basketball. I did one day a year. Okay. But this is how I grew up. This is my personality. So when the image of a dark phoenix resonates, I mean, I've talked about it enough. Okay, Mordechai. Thank you so much. I'm going to read that in full later. That's awesome. Thank you. So if I really believe that we're going to be that idea that I grew up with, that's where we're going to be, and I have sources to back it up, I think it's going to come through health, which is a natural byproduct of health and God's miracles of health and technology. I think it's just going to emerge naturally like that. And if I'm wrong, I'll learn to love that. I want to love everything that God is, everything. We understand God through the Torah. That is our pathway. That's a direct path. Bring the teachings of Mashiach out in us, or to hear them from someone else and live with them. So if there's to me, I identify with the 14-year-old boy. Why? Because that was a very transformative year in my life when I just tried to find myself and my own things and not have to just take the message that you grew up with. You challenge that. And that was a very powerful moment when you just say, okay, I have my own life too. So at that age, what was I into? I learned to read from reading comic books. That was my, So here's this image of dark phoenix. I wanted to show that everybody has that ideal, the Matronisa, I like to call it, within them. Everybody has that within them. Everyone is their greatest hero. I just opened the window by accident. Everyone is their greatest hero. Okay? But they have to bring it out. Write the narrative of your life as a heroic thing, how you overcame whatever challenges God threw at you. But ultimately, that is the source for being blessed with a health that will somehow, even if miraculously is acquired, because I know people that need literal miracles, and please, God bless them with them. There is no reason why anyone should have to suffer anymore. Look what the Rebbe is saying. This was years ago. This is decades ago. The Rebbe told us what is happening. It didn't happen yet because we never internalized the message. This is the most important message, okay? Maybe second to Kayak Nissan. The 28th of Nissan. The Rebbe says it's all up to you now. Maybe second. So what is all up to you here? The Rebbe teaches you what it is. Reveal the spark of Mashiach within you. What everything that means, everything that applies to Mashiach applies to you. You are going to be the king and master of your world. I promise you, and you're going to be a glowing superhero. I don't care if you had Lo Aleinu, Rahman al-Itzlan, a quadruple amputation, my friend, okay? That you are going to be a superhero. I promise you with everything that I believe in. And if someone else says I'm a crazy nut, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think it's crazy. I really don't. Show me how it's crazy and I'll change my ways to yours. Why would I not? Right? We do it with kavod, obviously. Sensitivity. That's what kavod means. So under the veil is a smile. There's sensitivity and there's dignity. Dignity is the outside of tznius. That's how it presents itself. Because that moment was the most romantic moment in our whole Torah. Okay, the whole birth of the Jewish people started from that moment, and when they went into the tent, as it's described there in Chumash explicitly, and how she became Sarah, Imi. Blows the mind if you thought about it, but we don't think. If someone teaches Torah and is not excited about it, how can you believe them when they say that the Torah is the greatest treasure? How do you believe it? I personally don't know. I want to make a yeshiva for those people who are jaded because they don't see that. I want a yeshiva for those people. I want billionaires to hear this and do something good with your money. Okay, this is a good thing. This will save the world. I want specifically the jaded ones. I need the resources to deal if they're like beyond. If you know this, I've heard stories of people telling me about crack addicts and things like that. I don't know how to deal with crack addicts. I can't deal with that. So I need resources. I would like to oversee something that deals with that, but I don't have experience, and I'm not going to have experience in those areas. I want to be in charge of chinuch. I want to teach people how to learn the way that speaks to them. I want to be Rosh Hashiva for that, and I think that I'm only doing it because, you know, Makam Sheinish. Y.Y. Jacobson's doing it in his way. I think it's amazing. I love it. I want to do it. I want to have the backing of a billionaire. I want it to be a marble shul on top. Yeah, so I could dream. Sue me for that. Yes. So speak to your billionaire friends. I try to speak to mine, believe me. No, that's not arrogant to say a billionaire. It's just the fate of life. My friends made their billions. They didn't inherit it. And I'm not ashamed to say that they're my friends. I don't think there's anything arrogant about that. God decides who's going to do what in their life. $9:35, so nice and early still, comparatively. Okay, should we look what people are saying? Let's see what Mordecai. Thank you, Mordecai. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. For people there, anything you want to chime in about? I'm interested to hear what you have to say. I think God chose just the right path for you. God always chooses right? We gotta ride the wave. We have to act through a purity of integrity. We have to make our decisions truthfully and genuinely. We have to approach our service of Hashem with genuine. It has to be real. You have to use your language. If you don't, then you're just going to be saying drushes like reading a math textbook, unless you're a mathematician. Ideas are the highest of your life. Some people don't realize that they want to deny that, so they just immerse themselves in weird worlds. But it comes down, they anyways have a mindset that their behavior, maybe it's out of convenience, but that behavior comes from somewhere. There is a mindset underlying. That's Chabad. That's what Chabad means. I know I'm just freestyling. Just trying to wind down a bit with my friends. I think the people that listen to you, those are your friends. Right? Love equals care. Doesn't mean anything else. It's just, they're synonymous. That's love. If you care, that's love. You could also show care in another way. So the word love is important because you could have devotion, and that could be a devotion of care, not necessarily expression of love. So love is a specific type of care. So when I say synonymous, I guess it's not 100%. Just thinking on the fly, guys. And I'm welcoming your ideas. So someone was amazing enough to said he wants to interview me. And I don't know when I suggested tonight. Maybe I'll do it tonight. I've never been interviewed before. People have spoken about it once or twice in my life. But I was always doing the interviewing. Though almost never. I did Matronisa, so that's why I think it's significant. I interviewed him. So there's an audio clip on the lineup from it. It's pretty amazing. You could see where I was a completely different person. That people change, people develop, people grow. It's all the same core, obviously. Oh, I found something incredible about Yosef. I wonder if that's here, one of these sources. I don't think so. It's hard to get all your sources. I admire Rabbi Merkur because I think he's full-time learning tarot, and I think that's awesome. I don't know if I could do that. I need to mix it up a bit, but if you could do that, it's incredible. Okay, I'm just jabbering, right? Well, I appreciate you spending another moment with me just to help me ease back into like the less ecstatic world. You can't be ecstatic on the street, can you? You could, but you'd probably get arrested for smiling on a cloudy day. So did anyone like those poems? I don't know. They really inspired me this morning to have those ideas. I thought they were just, just meditate on those for, 5 minutes and see what it did. Like if you just get into a trance and think what it's like when there's stallions riding the wave. If your day could be like that, or at least a part of the day. That's what I'm urging everyone. Don't think that you could do your entire day like that. Just do 1 hour. 1 hour of riding the wave. Have 3 coffees if you have to. Get an extra hour's sleep. Have a piece of cake if you have to. I think that's crazy, but whatever. I'm not going to be your doctor. Okay, so have a great day, everyone. Lots of brachas to everybody.